Well, I guess it'd be about time to get this warmed up and going. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, now, how be this get to working again?
Press the button.
Which
no,
button?
No, not that one.
Not this
the
button.
left.
That one.
No, your other left.
This other one.
Oh,
Which one are you talking about?
I meant the right. No,
What
but not
are you-
that big red one. The
this
other
way.
red button.
Not-
Just not the big, happy, shiny one.
You mean the one I just pushed?
Yeah, for crying out
Oh,
loud. You don't
right.
know what you're doing.
I
For
know
the
perfectly
love
well
of
what I'm doing.
Not that button. Oh,
I-
for crying out loud. You just sit here on your patootie. You play
Well,
with your buttons. I go make coffee.
You do that, but don't slam the door. I've been thinking about what we shall be doing, and since we seem to be really kicking it off into the summer season, there's something, and after a conversation with a relative of mine, I got thinking if there should be any kind of a subject for this week. Not that we need subjects. We can free for all the day long. We can sail where we want to sail. We can lay anchor or not lay anchor upon whichever shoreline we so deem. But sometimes it's fun to have a general direction, a heading, you shall say, that we go. So I think the heading that we shall be headed for this week, we'll be looking into wine. Wine, alcohol, and other forms of drinking. So, without further ado, without even worrying too much about which direction we be a-going, let us start off with the fireballs, with bottle of wine. Welcome back, me mateys. Welcome back. I know this may be one you've heard on some of the classic stations, or maybe you be remembering what it was out there. But fear not, it's still a goodie, and it's a great way to kick things off. Good tempo, good feeling, and a great vocalist in the background. Nice and gritty. Welcome back.
Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Rambling around this dirty old town, singing for nickels and dimes. Times get rough, I ain't got enough to buy me a bottle of wine. Yeah, bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. A pain in my head, there's bugs in my bed. My pants are so old that they shine. Out on the street, I tell the people I meet to buy me a bottle of wine. Whoa! Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Leave me alone, let me go home. Let me go home and start over. Let me go home and start over. Let me go home and start over.
Daddy, what's a frontal lobotomy?
Well, son, you know how the pressures of life can cause people to do crazy things. And if a person does too many crazy things, then that person is crazy. Sometimes you can keep yourself from going crazy by doing things to relieve tension, like drinking or having sex. But if craziness goes too far, sometimes the only thing left to do is to cut out that part of your brain that makes you crazy. That kind of brain surgery is called a frontal lobotomy. Maybe this song will help you understand what I mean. Jimmy and I are brothers. We went down different paths. Jimmy always listened to my mother, and me, I never liked to take a bath. As we grew and tumbled through adulthood, the pressure caused emotional drain. And now I'm slowly dying in the bottle, and Jimmy has to live with half a brain. Yes, me, I've got a bottle in front of me, and Jimmy has a frontal lobotomy. Just different ways to kill the pain, the same. But I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have a frontal lobotomy. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane. Jimmy let his troubles drive him crazy. He never tried to drown it in a drink. I know that drinking makes my thinking hazy, but at least I still have brains enough to think. Jimmy's got a brain that isn't stable. He doesn't have the sense to say his name. I'm sorry that his doctor was unable to remove the proper portion of his brain. Yes, me, I've got a bottle in front of me, and Jimmy has a frontal lobotomy. Just different ways to kill the pain, the same. But I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have a frontal lobotomy. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane. Funny how the world works. People can be real jerks. Some prefer the tension over booze. Either way it ends the same. Hard to beat the living game. Might as well enjoy it while you lose. When I need a drink I start to shiver, and Jimmy always viewed it with concern. But I'd rather have cirrhosis of the liver than an intellect that's second to a fern. I wonder if old Jimmy's gonna hear it when I tell him that his logic wasn't sound. They'll dose him up on lots of evil spirits when they take him to the psychiatric grounds. Yes, me, I've got a bottle in front of me, and Jimmy has a frontal lobotomy. Just different ways to kill the pain, the same. But I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have a frontal lobotomy. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane. I might be drunk, but at least I'm not insane.
Randy Haslick. Do not drink root beer and try to make an announcement at the same time. Sometimes it goes down the wrong pipe there. Randy Haslick there with, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Now let's see. Now we need to go into the philosophical parts of the drinking, shall we say. The things where great and mysterious questions are asked of us, where one must ponder, and sometimes it takes years, possibly lifetimes, to truly delve in all to the great mysteries that there be. Sneaky Pete asks one of the greatest ones of them all. Booger on my beer mug.
You know, there are so many important questions that confront a man during his lifetime, such as, why am I here? Where did I come from? Where am I going? And most important,
Who put the booger on my beer mug when I was dancing with my tushka? Who put the booger on my beer mug? I'm gonna knock him in the head. Was it Frankie Jedlikowski?
No, it wasn't him.
I always thought he had it in for me. Ever since the time when we was little kids, I took his bike and threw it in the creek. Who put the booger on my beer mug when I was dancing with my tushka? Who put the booger on my beer mug? I'm gonna knock him in the head. was it Stasio Kazurinsky?
No, it wasn't him.
He always was the joker of the pack. But the big joke was on him when I ran off with his girl, and he wound up with chubby Stella Pratt. Who put the booger on my beer mug when I was dancing with Matushka? Who put the booger on my beer mug? I'm gonna knock him in the head. Who put the booger on my beer mug when I was dancing with Matushka? Who put the booger on my beer mug? I'm gonna knock him in the head. I'm gonna knock him in the head.
Damn. A little sip of Perrier here. I had to stop drinking alcohol because I used to wake up nude in the hood of my car with my keys in my hand. Not a good thing. Hi, can I help you? No, thanks. It's just flooded. I'll be okay. Beautiful, baby. Beautiful, yeah. Because you're sucked into drinking beer by believing it's a healthy thing. All these beer commercials usually show big men, manly men doing manly things. You've just killed a small animal. It's time for a light beer. Why not have a realistic beer commercial? What's the realistic thing about beer where you go, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. You've just picked on a dumpster. It's Miller time. It's a scary thing because you realize the first purpose of alcohol is to make English your second language. Eventually, you may be quite fluent. You may be a Nobel Prize physicist. After maybe 9, 10 Heinekens, you're going, You're speaking fluent drunkenese. Bravo. Next thing you know, you get a couple more beers, you've got a friend in a headlock going, I love you, little girl, I love you. That's the kind of love I have for you, baby, goddammit. And you work your way beyond beer. You go beyond beer, you start into wine. For the very elegant people, a lot of people who are very elegant are in Montauk going, damn it, I wish I could have been there, but no, I'm not. Some people who have, I don't know whether to have the red wine with the fish or the chicken. What's it matter? They're dead. The chicken's not going to reach up from the plate and go, the red wine. It's over with. No, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about puy-foussé or pussy-fussy. I'm talking about Mad Dog 2020. The very elegant wine, the type of wine with a lovely screw top, a bottle of which after you can actually see vapor trails as people pass you. How you doing? Well, you've gone too far, and you must pay your dues. This is why I had to give up alcohol, because you have to pay the next day. Pray, dear Lord, please don't hurt me now. There you are lying in bed, and you feel like the scene from the movie The Fly going, help me! Help me! The entire room is spinning like a roulette wheel. Place your bets. Place your bets. And there's the old toilet in the corner going, talk to me. And you try and walk slowly, but you feel like the elephant man in a car wash. There's things in front of you like the stuff that scares the water off cars. You can't do it. Even your dog's looking at you like, you wouldn't believe the shit you said to me last night. I had to back out of the room. I was that scared. You promised me an evening with Lassie, you lying bastard. Yes, you've got an alcoholic problem. You do. And the worst part is there are times when you drink so much you don't remember what you've done the night before. And you get those little phone calls where people let you know. What? Yeah? Really? I took a dump in your tuba? Oh my God, he said in with the band. I'm sorry. Oh God, it's over. Oh, don't you see, it's all over. And then the next thing you know, there you are at Betty Ford Hospital going, I'm fine now. I'm a reformed alcoholic. I feel so much better about myself. I am fine. No, you have that double vodka. I'll be over in the corner kicking the cat. I realized when I became a reformed alcoholic, I said, hey, I'm the same, just have fewer dents in my car. And then there are your friends who smoke marijuana going, John, man, alcohol's a crutch. Really? Really, Captain Herbalife? Really? God, you just macrameed your ass into the couch and you're giving me shit. Remember when you get so stoned you can actually see a fly in space going, And when you get stoned, your discretion goes out the window. You could be eating kitty litter going, this is crunchy, man. And the horrible thing is people who get stoned try and get their animals stoned to make them feel better. It's not bad enough that you proved that Darwin was wrong. You're going to take the whole family with you. There's your dog going, please don't do this to me. I've just learned to lick my own genitals. Leave me alone. Don't do this to me. And your dog, you go, hey, Farfel. Dog, whoa, my tail, my tail. Go through it. Don't push him back down the food chain. Don't do that. And don't mess with your cat because he's looking at you like, give it your best shot, man. I've been doing catnip since the day I was born. Come on, you blow it in his face. He said, all of a sudden he's Ram Kitty. He looks at you like the first thing I'm going to do, man, is climb you like a curtain. Then the double dismount. Then 15 times around the house real quick. Scare the shit out of the kid. Then outside by the window making this noise. Like a baby in a blender. And you're inside stone going, oh, God, help me now. And the next thing is you start to get hungry. You think you can leave the house, you liar. You think, I'm going to be fine, man. I've got to leave the house. I'm going to be okay. If you could just find your feet, yeah, you'll be okay. Then you think you can drive. You think, yeah, I'll be okay. I'll drive, I'll be okay. And you have one of those new Japanese cars where you open the door and it goes, your door is open. And if you're stoned, you're going, I knew that. So you get in the car, you think, yes, I've got it. The keys, okay, fine. The keys, fine. Okay, reverse, fine, okay. Then you're going down the freeway, you think you're traveling at light speed. You think Scotty's sitting next to you going, Jim, you can't push it any faster. It's just a Chevrolet, Jim. Don't drive it over the edge. Your hair's blowing in the wind, and the window isn't even open. You're that stoned. You turn on the radio. Yeah, you understand everything. Yeah. Suddenly on the radio, man stoned on freeway. How do they know? God, I'm okay. I'm fine. Suddenly in the rearview mirror, red, white, and blue. How patriotic. Yeah. Shit, the police. Eat everything in the ashtray. Oh, God, pull it over. All of a sudden you start rehearsing. What seems to be the problem, officer? I'm fine. What seems to be the problem? Nice day, officer. What seems to be the problem? Usually you're stopped by a motorcycle cop. He gets off his bike like, God, am I incredibly well endowed. I'll get your door. There you go. From inside your car comes this Colombian sauna like... Suddenly he's going, I'm hungry, I don't know why. You're looking at him, you've rehearsed your line. What seems to be the problem? You look at him and go, and as you look at him, his face turns into a cheeseburger. You lunge! Next thing you know, you end up in a cell going, please don't hurt me. But the truth is, you wake up and you're still on the couch at home. You've never left. You're still there!
That there be Robin Williams with alcohol, marijuana, live at the Met. That was a grand one. I love that. Every single time it's always tickled me. Pink, purples, and blues. It doesn't matter. Shouldn't there be horseshoes and rainbows are? I'm thinking about breakfast cereal. We'll be cutting a commercial. We start out with a vintage commercial, go to actual sponsorship. And when we return, I think we can go into a little bit more depth on things.
What rolls downstairs, the motor and pairs, rolls over your neighbor's dog. What's great for a snack and fits on your back? It's long, long, long. It's long, long. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's long, long. It's better than that, it's good. Everyone wants a log. You're gonna love it long. Come on and get your log. Everyone needs a log.
Log from Blammo.
Squatch Den.
Reggie, the store's empty. Reggie, They look closed? No, they ain't closed. They're like, hey man, they are closed. Oh, Roy, I was wanting a new Hound Dog shirt. And I wanted the new album by Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh,
what are we gonna do?
Hey guys! We're down here!
Hey, did you know that your shop is closed?
Yeah, you closed up shop and everything.
Yeah, moved again. We've grown so fast that we needed a bigger place, so we moved just down the hall, and now we're right by the entrance to JCPenney's. This move allows us to have everything we had before and more. Like, we're gonna get the dollar section back, more live shows, as well as listening parties. T-shirts, CDs, DVDs, even 8-tracks.
Really?
Yep.
Sweet!
And don't forget to check us out on the Squatch Den Records on Facebook and Instagram. And we have our own online radio station. Be sure to check us out at squatchden.com.
Oh, wow, man. Check it out, man. Is that a vinyl store?
Oh, man.
Squatch Den. We've been touching on the subject of drinking, and we've dabbled into a little bit of the other things, like I think that it's a little shroomage, a little herbage, but that's part of another subject. What happens if you have friends and you don't indulge in any of that? All it means you don't run into any problems. It means everything's going to go just fine and you don't have any strange adventures. Or does it? Reverend Grady Nutt touches on this kind of a subject. What happens if you be having friends and you decide to go sunbathing in West Texas? The punchline is worth it all.
I'll tell you my favorite story, the funniest thing that's ever happened in my life. This is probably the single fiercest funny moment I've ever known. My freshman year in college, I attended Wayland Baptist College, one of our fine Baptist schools in Plainview, Texas, the most appropriately named town in the world. Plainview, Texas. Any way you look, out of it or into it, it's a plain view. West Texas, as many of you know, is the world's headquarters of nothing. Flat, desolate. In fact, you can stand in the middle of it and see the rest of it. It's an incredible place. People out there love their nothing, though. They build fences around their nothing. They're going to keep your something off their nothing. They will do this. My freshman year in college, I went with my best friend from home, Elmore Averett. Elmore and I were in a quartet with two other fellows, Jim Hart and Ed Clark. Ed Clark was from Dallas. When you went from Plainview across to Dallas, you drove about 350 miles across the northern part of West Texas. From there, it was another 130 miles to my home, Jacksonville, which is over in the southeastern part of that area. And it's in what we call the deep East Texas area, the Piney Woods, 90 miles due west of Shreveport. We were going to ride, Elmore and I were going to ride with Ed Clark in his 1950 Plymouth convertible, burgundy with a white top, across West Texas to Dallas. My mother and Dad were going to drive up and meet Elmore and me in Dallas and take us back to Jacksonville. A week later, Ed was going to come through Jacksonville and pick Elmore and me up, and we're going to go spend the weekend together down in Galveston, Texas, and get a little sun and rest up and then go to work for the summer. So we piled the car full in Ed's convertible, and we're going to head across West Texas, go home for the summer. As we got to getting ready for the trip, it began to dawn on us that as we got on the road tomorrow, we could fix the back seat of Ed's convertible in such a way, with boxes and books and duffel bags and pillows and suitcases and all that kind of stuff. And when we put the top back mid-morning, we could actually get up on the back of his convertible and sunbathe and get ourselves ready for the trip to Galveston. Typical freshman logic. So we did that. Packed the back seat full, put a couple of army blankets over it, and made us a smooth place, up level with the top of the seats, the bottom of the windows. Well, we get ready and tear off across West Texas. We got out past Matador and all those places, and we're heading toward North Vernon and blazing on down toward Wichita Falls and heading into Dallas. About 10:30, the temperature was already 90 to 92 degrees, hot, muggy, no air conditioning in Ed's convertible, of course. And so about 10:30, I said, Ed, why don't we put the top back and let's get some sun? Ed says, great. So we pulled off the side road and put the top back. Well, I decided I'd go first. So I got up on the back of the convertible, took off my shirt, and started to sunbathe. I don't know how many of you have ever sunbathed at about 65 miles an hour. You begin to have sympathy with anything that was ever cooked on a rotisserie. You don't need copper tone, you use barbecue sauce. And I'm telling you, it was so hot, so fiercely wind whipped. It was just something, lots of problems. One was that all the heat was just bearing down. Second, in a convertible, your hair always feels like it needs an oil change. Whiplashing and zinging you in the face. Third, other cars would pass us going the opposite direction, doing approximately the same speed. They're doing, say, a 65, we're doing 65. They kick up a little piece of gravel, chip of glass, chunk of debris. Now, I can tell you one thing, that kind of stuff loves nothing more than the exposed portion of somebody's body. It will hunt it and find it, just like a homing pigeon. Bing, you got it. And you're going 65, he's going 65, and you have just been smitten with a 130-mile-an-hour piece of debris. And it'll put a hickey on you. I mean, you just get a bruise. And that's hard to explain to you folks. What happened to you? Well, this 130-mile-an-hour debris hit me. Sure it did, John. So that was the problem. The fourth problem, and I guess one of the worst parts of it for me, I had on a pair of Levi's that had not been washed since September, and this is late May. In fact, you leaned them up against something when you took them off. And I've got my knees doubled up because you don't want to hang your heels in the wheel as you're cruising down the highway. So I'm doubled up on the car trying to get some sun, and the back of my knees are in an absolute rash. Sweat is running in my sweat socks and in my wallet. It's just down my calf and thighs. I'm dying, sweating, miserably, miserably hot. 45 minutes was all I could enjoy of that. I decided it was time for me to get down, and Elmore decided it was time for him to get up. My best friend, Elmore Averett. Elmore was 6 feet and a half inch tall, weighed 132 pounds. Played football in my high school for the B team. Defensive left end, should have been a yard marker. He'd walk through the locker room just wearing nothing but sweat socks, and he looked like a Q-tip bent in the middle. That was Elmore. With a helmet, he looked like a chapstick. Number was 11. When he ran, he had a 1 under each arm. This is Elmore. Sandy auburn, red hair, freckles, hollow cheeks, 132 pounds. 4 pounds of that was Adam's apple. Elmore actually had to wear V-neck dress shirts. It was just terrible. Now, Elmore had dressed up so we could see his girlfriend who was at North Texas State. And as we were going across, we were going to deviate on the trip a little and run by so he could have lunch with her. So he had worn a good-looking pair of creased, pleated front, wide belt loop, skinny bottom breeches. Good-looking dress pants, had on a nice sports shirt, 4 times rolled up on the sleeves. That used to look good. No cat faces in the collar. And Elmore took his shirt off, folded it neatly, and laid it in the seat, and stretched out on the convertible to sunbathe, and started having all the problems I had had. Intense heat, ricocheting debris, hair whiplashing, rash in the back of the knees, sweat in the sweat socks. Well, Elmore took about 10 minutes of that and realized that his good pants are going to be messed up by the time we get up to have lunch. So Elmore decided if he's going to sunbathe, he's got to change pants. So he gets up on his knees on the back of the convertible. Now remember, everything piled up in the back seat has you right up level with the tops of the seat. And he gets up on his knees, and there he is in clear sight, blazing across West Texas. Hitchhikers would hide behind litter barrels. I mean, they were just terrified. So Elmore gets up on his knees and shoves me forward. Now, convertible, just 2 doors. You shove the seat forward, and I'm hanging on the windshield. The wind is just blowing my head off. And I'm hanging on up here. Elmore's holding the seat up with the front of his head and rooting around down here looking for a duffel bag or something where he can find some old khakis, Levi's, or something he could put on to save his good dress pants. Ed was driving the car, about 6'2", 250, healthy fella. And Ed had already taken his shirt off. Now, he had his hair done like a lot of folks did in that day with excess of Vaseline hair oil. Used the wide teeth on the left end of the comb straight back. He could actually turn loose and steer the car with the grooves in his hair. It was not blowing, but it also had the hairiest shoulders I have ever seen. And blazing down the highway, here he was with his shoulders blowing in the wind and his hair locked in place. He was wearing mirror sunglasses. He could see out and you couldn't see in. Kind of like a fancy suburban church. You couldn't, and he's got his left arm out the window and back through that little vent, and he's steering on the inside of the wheel with this arm up on the seat. Elmore is up on the back, and he looked like a gopher hunting roots. Digging and searching and squirreling around. I'm up here hanging on the windshield. Ed's over here blowing the shoulders in the wind. While I was hanging on the windshield, I discovered in the floorboard a box at Elmore's feet, which had in it a number of trinkets from his desk. A teakwood elephant from India, which a missionary had brought his mother, and she gave it to Elmore to take to college. Little things like that. Among those things was the lampshade off of Elmore's desk lamp. The sun was killing my eyes. So I took the lampshade and forced it down on my head. And if you had been hitchhiking, you would have hid behind a litter barrel. It looked like a bunch of Shriners that lost the caravan. I mean, barreling. And I've got this thing look like my tassel blew off. I'm wearing a lampshade. Ed's driving with his hairy shoulders blowing. Elmore's up on the back hunting something to wear. Down in a duffel bag, Elmore turned up a swimsuit. Aha! Pulled it out, pulled the seat back. I caved in. There I sat in my lampshade. Ed was driving with his hairy shoulders and mirror sunglasses. And Elmore got up on his knees and started checking the horizon. And I looked around and said, Elmore, what are you doing? He said, I'm going to take these pants off and put this swimsuit on. I hit Ed on the shoulder. I said, Ed, stop. Elmore wants to change. No, go on, man. Don't stop. Get there. I said, Elmore, you're out in plain sight. He said, nobody's out there. He's right. It's West Texas. If you saw something coming, you had time to knit something before it got there. As far as you could see, there wasn't anything to look at. So, Elmore's checking, and so I started checking with him. So I said, it's time. So Ed turned the rearview mirror so he could watch. I turned it at a 45-degree angle so I could watch. I might want to share this with somebody. And when I realized there wasn't anybody behind us and he realized there wasn't anybody in front of us, I said, hit it! So Elmore unbuckled his belt and shinnied out of those good dress pants, folded them quickly, laid them in the seat, and grabbed up the swimsuit and stuck his foot in, and then discovered a serious problem. It was a jockey swimsuit, and he was wearing boxer shorts. No matter how hard he tried to tuck them in, they'd blow back out. He looked like he parachuted in on the back of this car. Flapping down the road, here we came. 6 feet and a half inch, 132 pounds with jockey shorts, boxer shorts blowing in the wind. I was just dying laughing. Well, I looked back and Elmore shinnies back out of the swimsuit and started checking the horizon. I said, now what are you doing? So I'm going to take this underwear off and then I'm going to put this swimsuit on. I said, Ed, stop. Elmore said, go on. Nobody's out there. So he got back up on his knees and Ed was just concentrating as hard as he could. I checked with him. Nobody was out there. I said, hit it. I turned at a 60-degree angle. Ed put the night dimmer on his mirror. You could hear Elmore giggling at himself. You know. And I'm watching, boy, and he gets his thumbs in the waistband, gave it one more look. And here he came out of that underwear, threw it in the floorboard. There he is. And his wrist, there he is. And his class ring and wristwatch. That's it. And Elmore grabbed up the swimsuit and stuck one foot in it. We topped a hill and went right through Henrietta, Texas. Just down through town. There is no bypass. You go right through Henrietta, Texas. And the minute I saw what was happening, I hit Ed, and he looked back and just died laughing. And slowed down to 20. And got on the horn. There's nowhere for Elmore to hide. He is up level with the seat in plain view of the whole world. I'm wearing the lampshade. I stood up behind the windshield and started greeting everybody in Henrietta. Wonderful to be in your city today. And I looked back, and Elmore was up on his hands and knees with his face hidden, with his bare back end shining to the stars. Ed circled the square twice. I looked back and felt sorry for Elmore. Took the lampshade and put it on him. Stood at attention with my hand on my heart, and we drove out of town. They didn't make an arrest because nobody could make a positive identification.
Brother bought a coconut, he bought it for the time. His sister had another one, she paid it for the lime. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank and poured up. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank and poured up. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank and poured up. She put the lime in the coconut, she called the doctor, woke him up and said, "Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take?" I said, "Doctor, to relieve this bellyache." I said, "Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take?" I said, "Doctor, to relieve this bellyache." Now let me get this straight. Put the lime in the coconut, you drank and poured up. Put the lime in the coconut, you drank and poured up. Put the lime in the coconut, you drank and poured up. Put the lime in the coconut, you called the doctor, woke him up, said, "Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take?" I said, "Doctor, to relieve this bellyache." I said, "Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take?" I said, "Doctor, to relieve this bellyache." You put the lime in the coconut, you drink them both together. Put the lime in the coconut and you feel better. Put the lime in the coconut, drink them both up. Put the lime in the coconut and call me in the morning. Brother bought a coconut, he bought it for the time. His sister had another one, she paid it for the lime. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank and poured up. And got the lime in the coconut, she called it Dr. Coconut. She said, "Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take?" I said, "Doctor, to relieve this bellyache." I said, "Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take?" I said, "Doctor, now let me get this straight. You put the lime in the coconut, you drink and poured up. Put the lime in the coconut, you drink and poured up. Put a lime in the coconut, you drink and poured up. Put the lime in the coconut, you're such a silly woman. Put a lime in the coconut and drink them both together. Put the lime in the coconut, then you feel better. Put the lime in the coconut, drink them both down. Put the lime in the coconut and call me in the morning. Woo, ain't there nothing you can take? I say, woo, to relieve your bellyache. You say, well, woo, ain't there nothing I can take? I say, woo, to relieve your bellyache. You say, yeah, ain't there nothing I can take? I say, woo, to relieve his bellyache. I say, doctor, ain't there nothing I can take? I say, doctor, ain't there nothing I can take? I say, doctor, ain't there nothing I can
There be Harry Nilsson with coconut. Put the lime in the coconut. And before that, we obviously had Reverend Grady Nutt with Sunbathing in West Texas. Now, remember, them dar fellers who were sunbathing were completely sober. Maybe they should have had a little lime in the coconut. But then what chaos would have reigned then? Woo-hoo! You never be knowing. Now we got to take a quick break for the sponsorships. Remember the vintage, and then we go to the serious or sorriest or something hardest. But those that pay the bills.
Hey, that supply of Ritz seems on the fritz.
No, stop, darling. Don't blow your top. I always keep another box handy.
Dandy! He knows Ritz crackers are richer, crisper, and his mouth is full, or he'd help us whisper. Only Nabisco bakes Ritz.
I am Prime, Defender of Earth, leader of the...
Prime! The rest of the guys are in the back!
What?
Hey, Prime! Back here!
Exactly what is this place? Is the Resistance headquartered here?
He said resistance, like resistor.
This here be heroes.
Did someone say hero?
Hero.
Hey, Prime. I'm Jared, and this is Heroes Comic Shop. We're in Elmira Heights. It's 130 West 14th Street, to be exact. And as you can see, we have a lot of books. We have a lot of books for any taste. You know, if they make it into a comic, we carry it. So take your time, look around, pick up whatever looks interesting.
Yeah, it's the world's best place to be.
Yeah, the little guy's right, Prime. And it's a good place to rest your spark. That may be, but as long as the Earth needs to be defended, we must roll out.
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
Do I see Archie Comics? All I was looking down to here. One of the things I was thinking about is alcohol, beer, wine, spirits. All of that all comes in many different forms. Sometimes it comes in medicines. Aye. Sometimes it's the sugar that helps the medicine go down. Sometimes it is a love potion. Sometimes you have to go see a witch doctor to get it right. But you never know what you'll be getting. And maybe that's what we should look into. Let's start off with a love potion. That's right. Let's see. The Searchers. Love potion number 9.
I took my troubles down to Madame Rue. You know that gypsy with the gold cap too. She's got a pad down a Pettifourth and Vine, selling little bottles of love potion number 9. I told her that I was a flop with chicks. I've been this way since 1956. She looked at my palm and she made a magic sign. She said, what you need is love potion number 9. She bent down and turned around and gave me a wink. She said, I'm gonna make it up right here in the sink. It smelled like turpentine and looked like Indian ink. I held my nose, I closed my eyes, I took a drink. I didn't know if it was day or night. I started kissing everything inside. But when I kissed the cow down on 34th and Vine,
It's time once again to Ask Dr. Science. So let's ask Dr. Science.
That's me.
Remember, he knows more than you do.
That's right.
Jean-Claude Artaud from Boulder, Colorado writes, Dear Dr. Science, when does a glass contain more beer? When it's half full or half empty?
Beer glasses share a topographic quirk with the Mobius strip and the 7-Eleven Big Gulp. They can contain a virtually unlimited supply of any liquid and can never be completely empty or full. These glasses are much in demand by budget-conscious alcoholics who know their higher mathematics. Like the optimist who perceives half a glass of beer to be half full, these tipsy topologists hide from the grim, ugly reality of their lives. Their Pollyannish optimism makes this scientist want to puke.
Thank you, Dr. Science. Send your science questions to Ask Dr. Science. Remember, he's not a real doctor.
I have a master's degree
in science.
I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said that I told the witch doctor you didn't love me true. I told the witch doctor you didn't love me nice. And then the witch doctor, he gave me this advice. He said that ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bang-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bang-bang. You've been keeping love from me just like you were a miser. And I'll admit I wasn't very smart. So I went out and found myself a guy that's so much wiser. And he taught me the way to win your heart. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine when I say this to you. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bang-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bang-bang. You've been keeping love from me just like you were a miser. And I'll admit I wasn't very smart. So I went out and found myself a guy that's so much wiser. And he taught me the way to win your heart. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to say. My friend the witch doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine when I say this to you, oh baby. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bang-bang. Come on in. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bang-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bang-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla.
David Seville there with Witch Doctor. And one must wonder, could there have been something special that the Witch Doctor be given? Was there beer goggles involved? Was there something that reacted differently? These are all things that are of question. Now, not everyone will respond the same way when drinking or any other imbibement. And some people do better, and some people do worse. And this is something science has studied upon. Why is it that they be like that? And WKRP touched on this subject how long ago with a drunk reflex test. Let's see how some people respond when they've been drinking.
Not alone, babies. We're back on the air with Officer Plyler. We're on our 6th drink. What's next, officer?
Well, we'll do the test one more time.
Right.
again?
Sure.
Go! This is impossible.
Hey, Daddy, turn pro. Forget the Olympics.
This test has been given to hundreds of people. No one ever got better. Have another drink.
Why, it's not time yet.
I am ordering you to have another drink.
Okay, don't get excited. Just take it easy.
I am taking it easy.
Let's all have another drink.
I propose a toast to law enforcement everywhere. This test is to prove that even after one drink, people are not good drivers. Now, this man here... yeah. This man here was affected immediately. That is normal.
That's me and you swap hats.
You have obviously built up a superhuman tolerance to alcohol.
Yes, it's true. It was once sort of a hobby.
Well, there is definitely something wrong with you.
I'm a little suspicious, too. Officer, I suggest you shoot this man. At least wing him. Fire at will!
You shut up. You keep drinking.
Okay, but I'm not gonna get drunk.
Oh, yes, you are, too. You'll see.
He's from Mars, officer. Whiskey does not affect alien beings.
Give me that.
Went out to the bar last night, had a little much to drink. I slammed 90 beers and then got in a fight. They almost put me in the clink. I asked this woman to drive me home, but she takes me over to her place. My body begins to feel like foam. My mind is in outer space, cause I gotta She sets me down upon her couch, tells me it's gonna be okay. But the whole damn house is spinning. I must be in the Milky Way. She gives me a cup of coffee, but I can never stand that stuff. Drinking it, it tastes like toffee. I should never live this rough, but I gotta She takes me up to the bedroom, then she turns out the light. She puts on a negligee and fancy perfume. Maybe this'll be a good night. She starts to feel my body and do all that sexy stuff. But excuse me, girl, before we go on. Ugh, I got a cough. Like that before. It's anybody's guess what happened next. I can't remember a single thing. For how in the hell did I wind up here, hanging on this tire swing? I'll never get this drunk again, especially when I lost that dame. I can't remember her address, her phone number, or even her name. Barf it up now. Barf it up now. I'll never get this drunk again, especially when I lost that dame. I can't remember her address, for that matter, even her name. I won't get drunk again, 'cause 'cause I don't feel too good. I don't feel too good. I don't feel too good. I don't feel.
that there be Krypton with hangover. There sometimes be some severe consequences for when you be drinking, and that be one of them. Now, here's another thing. Some advice. What you should, or maybe shouldn't be doing when you be drunk, after you've had a beer or wine too many. Or, can you drink too much root beer? I should try that sometime and see where the limits are. So, without thinking more about root beer, let's think about Christina Levin with When You Are Drunk.
There's a pet store in Greenwich Village called La Petite Puppy. And for whatever reason, the owner of the store put up an 8-word sign that I knew would become the title of my song. And this is the sign. This is what it said. If you're drunk, you cannot buy a puppy. And where do you go from there? If you're tipsy, you should not purchase a kitty cat. If you're stoned, you might think a spider monkey's a good pet. But when you're sober up, you won't be thinking that. Think of this as a public service announcement. If you're in your cup stumbling along, despite the obvious thrills, if you're plastered to the gills, buying a puppy now is just plain wrong. And it got me thinking, what are other things you shouldn't do when you're drinking? If you're drunk, you should not get married. Doesn't matter if you're straight or you're gay. Las Vegas wedding chapels have ruined many happy couples. I'm sure many more got ruined there today. If you're schnockered, it's not the time to photograph. Then Twitter yourself in cotton underwear. When you're plastered to the gills, despite the obvious thrills, don't even do it on a dare. Oh, the list of things you should not do while drinking is a never, 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 never ending one. But there are things you can do when you've had more than a few and you want to pursue a little fun. When you're drunk is a good time to spend money. The Home Shopping Channel is the best. They've got blowout deals on elastic waistband pants with matching turtleneck and scarf and hat and vest. Order one in every color of the rainbow, including fuchsia, puce, celadon, and winter white. When you're plastered to the gills, despite the obvious thrills, it's fun to save so much money in one night. And if you're drunk, it's a good time for the tattoo parlor. Get a bloody painting scratched into your back. How about the name of your new lover? A single rose with the word mother. Or the Queen of Hearts smothering a one-eyed jack. Or better yet, how about a tattoo of a puppy on your tummy so you can pet it every day? When you're plastered to the gills, it magnifies the thrills to have a puppy that will never run away or chew your new shoe. Always, always stay. If you're drunk, you can buy a puppy. Let that simple phrase be your guide. Do you remember The Sopranos? Yeah. Christopher sat on Adriana's puppy. The puppy's name was Cosette. Cosette died. Christopher was high when this transpired. Adriana fell into a free-falling funk. Little did she know, she'd soon get whacked by Sylvia. The actor from Bruce Springsteen's band turned out to be a punk. Then Christopher got whacked too. That's what can happen to you if you buy a puppy when you're drunk.
Immanuel Kant was a real pissant who was very rarely stable. Digger was a boozy beggar who could think you under the table. Daily Hume could out-consume Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel, and Wittgenstein was a beery swine who's just a schloss to Schlegel. There's nothing Nietzsche couldn't teach about the raising of the wrist. Socrates himself was permanently pissed. John Stuart Mill on his own free will on half-one shanty was particularly ill. Later they say he could sing it away after a whiskey every day. Aristotle was a bagger for the bottle. Hobbes was fond of his dram, and Rennie Descartes was a drunken fart. I drink, therefore I am. Yes, Socrates himself is particularly missed. A lovely little thing about a bagger when he's pissed.
Monty Python there with the Philosopher's Drinking Song. We'll be back momentarily with the second half of the show. Go get yourself a little something to drink, but make sure you have a snack to go along with it, like black licorice. I think I'll imbibe a little more of the black licorice along with me root beer. I suggest you do the same momentarily.
Hey, yours! Yeah, yours! No, not yours. I mean yours. Yeah, yours, right over there. Yeah, yours. So, yours been enjoying this show. So why not spread the joy? Let your friends know. I mean it. Invite them to listen with yours. They be so thankful. They start treating you like a king because they be so grateful. They might even make a monument to you to show how they really feel about what you've done to them. And be sure to click that like and subscribe buttons. And don't be stingy. Hit the bell too, so you get notifications of new episodes. That ways yous and yous friends never miss a moment of the captain's quarters. And in turn, yous never miss having me, Babushka, sing so beautifully every week. So, don't just sit there. Go, invite and subscribe and make your life better by never missing an episode of the captain's quarters or me, the lovely Babushka. Now, just do it.
Welcome back to the second hour of me show, me boy. And boy, oh boy, have we got some splendiferous bits and baubles right in store for ye. For example, the final 40. It'd be extremicated right from the request sent to us via the mail of
That's email, you dolt.
That's what me be saying.
They can also call us at 323 Heave-Ho.
I'd like to heave-ho you.
But was that my little pumpernickel?
Nothing, my dear. You old sea hag.
Well, here, let me help you get this show going again.
Abash, you old bat. Heave-ho!
Heave-ho! Heave-ho! Johnny!
We're all doomed. Oh, that's better.
See? I made it so better. I'm going to see about that dinner and work on my suntan.
Me's not even hungry, and it's be night time out, you crazy old bat. And don't slam the door. Aye, if you're just joining us as we are now into the second hour, as we just heard, that we've been dealing with the drink. That be right. Aye, how did Mrs. Doubtfire say? It was the drink that killed him. He was run over by a beer truck. Oh, we've got one about that. Grandpa got run over by a beer truck. Maybe I don't see. We have more than what we can do. Don't be forgetting the final 40 minutes of the show that turns over to ye. And if you want to hear some more along those lines, then you'd have to be requested that, because it'd be the requested time, and that'd be with 323 Heave-Ho. Aye, we've been having some technical difficulties with the request line. We've gone through a couple of technicians, or some things, shall we say, have gone through a couple of technicians that couldn't figure out how to make things work right. So, well, they probably were wishing that they'd had a thing or two to drink. Oh, Here's a good un. I think we might take on Arrogance Worms. Drink with me.
Drink with me, 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 drink with me.
Starting to see double and I just fell off my stool. I'm slurring all my words and I'm covered in my own drool. I threw up on my girlfriend and we got into a fight. Man, oh man, what a friggin' great night. Well, I wake up the next morning and my brain is full of pain. And I swear to God I will never drink again. But 6 o'clock rolls around, there's nothing on TV. So I call up all my buddies and they can drink with me. Drink with me, 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 drink with me. Have a drink to your health, then go throw up on yourself. Drink with me, drink with me, drink with me.
Well, after 6 or 7 pints, I figured I was hosed. So I had another 5 until the bar was closed. I staggered back to my place and I cracked another crate. When I woke up at sunset, I was wearing what I ate. I threw up in the bathroom. It's amazing what I saw. Peas and corn and bicycle parts and meat that's still a draw. I stumbled to the kitchen and I had myself a beer. Alcohol, alcohol, you are friends so dear. So drink with me, 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 drink with me. Drink for England, drink for France, drink until you pee your pants. Drink with me, drink with me, drink with me.
Woke up at 6 p.m., I needed liquor and a friend. So I grabbed a couple bottles and a pig out of its pen. Drank a bottle of tequila playing stupid drinking games. Then wandered out into the snow and tried to pee our names. We staggered to a bar and we ordered up a pint. The waiter said he couldn't, he said we don't serve swine. The piggy punched the waiter, grabbed the drinks and oinked at him. That's the way to talk to my new best friend. Drink with me, 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 drink with me. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, me and the pig will drink them all. Drink with me, drink with me, drink with me. Drink with me, 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 drink with me. Don't blow all your bucks on ale, cause we've got compact discs for sale. Drink with me, drink with me, drink with me.
We're gonna have fun.
Yes.
It's a cozy table, isn't it?
And champagne, my dear.
Delicious.
You like it?
Delicious.
I like it too. Yes, I do like it.
Delicious.
Yes, You want some more?
Delicious.
I knew you'd like it. You always.
Delicious.
Oh, have some more. Get the waiter and bring it. Put on the paper hat. Get out the lamp. I even like the cork. Waiter! More! Champagne! Oh, keep pouring it. Oh, this is every night. New Year's Eve. Wait there. You got it, every night we're gonna do this. I don't care. Lose the job, everything. What are you gonna do? Oh,
Scabadoo! Jim Backus with Delicious. Some know it as the laughing song. Now, one must ask yourself, what happens if you've had a little too much to drink? Can strange things happen to ye and leave you somewhat surprised? Well, I guess we should listen to Brian Powers, the Scotsman. Maybe he can impart some wisdom upon us.
Well, a Scotsman clad in kilt left a bar one evening fair, and one could tell by how he walked that he'd drunk more than his share. He fumbled round until he could no longer keep his feet, then he stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside the street. Ring-ding-diddle-diddle-I-D-O, ring-di-diddle-I-O, he stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside the street. About that time, two young and lovely girls just happened by. One says to the other with a twinkle in her eye, "See yon sleeping Scotsman, so strong and handsome built, I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath the kilt." Ring-ding-diddle-diddle-I-D-O, ring-da-diddle-I-O, I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath the kilt. They crept up on that sleeping Scotsman quiet as could be, lifted up his kilt about an inch so they could see, and there, behold, for them to view beneath his Scottish skirt was nothing more than God had graced him with upon his birth. Ring-ding-diddle-diddle-I-D-O, ring-da-diddle-I-O, was nothing more than God had graced him with upon his birth. They marveled for a moment, then one said, "We must be gone. Let's leave a present for our friend before we move along." As a gift they left a blue silk ribbon tied into a bow. Around the bonny star the Scots kilt did lift and show. Ring-ding-diddle-diddle-I-D-O, ring-da-diddle-I-O, around the bonny star the Scots kilt did lift and show. Now the Scotsman woke to nature's call and stumbled towards the trees. Behind the bush he lifts his kilt and gawks at what he sees, and in a startled voice he says to what's before his eyes, "Oh, lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize." Ring-ding-diddle-diddle-I-D-O, ring-da-diddle-I-O, oh, lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize.
Break 1-9. How about you, Smoky Mountain Smoky? Got your ears on?
You got your Smoky Mountain Smoky. Bring it on.
10-4. You got the one Blue Trooper. What say we pull the plug on these old picture takers and back it on out into town for a short?
Oh, bid 10-4 on that short Blue Trooper. Oh, mercy day there, Blue Troopers. You see that 18-wheel hot rod that just went by us in a gust of chicken feathers?
Yeah, big 10-4 on them chicken feathers. He must have been doing 100 for sure. Busted every tube of my picture taker. I was holding it in my hand, too. Mercy sakes, that smart. Flat curl your fingernails backwards.
10-4. Let's get to bubblegum popping and the hammer down. Great for that 18-wheeler there doing 100 for sure. Now you just bag it down, boy. We got you.
I'm the Kentucky Moon Runner, 10-4 Smoky Bear. I don't stop for no slow cop, not even for a pair. 'Cause chickens and old moonshine is a mighty heavy load. Got the hammer down on this this big A-town road.
Now you look here, Kentucky Moon Runner boy, you in enough trouble already going double nickels without having moonshine in the bottom of that rig under them chickens. Now you pull that old 18-wheel over to the side. Blue Trooper, give me a 20.
Hey, Nagatari there, I can let you have 2 5s and some loose change.
Get the peanut butter out of your ears, Blue Trooper. I want your location.
I'm eyeballing your taillights about a half mile behind you. Murr said, "Day, Smoky Mountain Smoky, it's a snowing, biggest flakes I ever seen."
Negatory, Blue Trooper, that ain't snow, that's chicken feathers off that 18-wheeler. You can always tell snow from the chicken feathers. Snow don't come up your wiper blade, something awful. Now, Moon Runner boy, you pull it over now.
I'm the Kentucky Moon Runner, 10-4 Smoky Bear. Put the hammer down to Big A-Town and be my rockin' chair. 'Cause you can't catch me no matter how you try. My moonshine holler's down and gone bye-bye. Right there, Smoky Mountain Smoky, I done put out a call for reinforcements.
10-4, let's get ever Smoky in Tennessee after him. He's doing 120 for short. We gotta stop that boy before he gets to Georgia. Oh, watch out there, Blue Trooper. They done coming out of the chicken coop up here.
Well, Negatory, tell them boys to keep them rigs parked.
Blue Trooper, I don't mean no chicken coop, boy. I mean a chicken coop. He done let them chickens loose out of that rig. Oh, mercy day, they drunk on that moonshine. Sure try to dodge 300 jaywalking drunk New England White Rock.
Ah, mercy, big 10-4 on them plastic Sunday dinners. They all over me.
Lord of mercy, now they've started laying eggs.
10-4 on them 100-proof egg yolks. You reckon these old snow treads are gonna hang on these slippery eggs?
I don't know, but I got a half dozen flying sunny side up on my hood. Blue Trooper, what's your 20 now? Come on back.
I'm the 4-wheel Western omelet that just passed you.
Come on, break our Moon Runner, the fun's over. Now, boy, we got 58 Smokies, 36 county mounties, 12 local yokels, 19 bears in the air, 22-meter maids, 2 ballistic missiles, Richard Petty Kojak, and 200 soused White Rock chickens on your tail, boy. Now, you gonna back that old rig down or not?
Hey, we too late. That old Moon Runner done crossed that Georgia line.
Oh, 10-4. Break for a Georgia Smoky.
10-4. Back door. We got this old Kentucky Moon Runner on the side for sure. There he was, streaking through the Georgia night, and he done forgot about that one white night. 104 miles over speed limit. That old boy's gonna grow old in the pokey. Come on down from that Tennessee, boys, and we'll do us some celebrating. Have us some fried chicken, scrambled eggs, and some of that Kentucky Moon Runner tea. How about it?
There's another aspect of the old drinking that you don't always be thinking about. The old moon runners, the moonshiners. There be Cletus Maggard and the Citizen Band with Kentucky Moon Runner. Nice little ditty back in the old 70s. You can tell with the old CB talk. Let's see, where do we be? Oh, no, that's... What? Time can puzzle. What? Just hold on a moment. Oh, here it be. This is what I had planned on playing from the very beginning, and we're getting close to the end of our little part here before we go into the requested time. Let's hear be Tom Waits. The piano has been drinking, not me.
Piano has been drinking. My nectar is asleep. And the combo went back to New York. The jukebox says to take a leak. And the carpet needs a haircut. And the spotlight looks like a prison break, 'cause the telephone's at a cigarette cigarettes, and the balcony's on the make, and the piano has been drinking. The piano has been drinking, and the menus are all freezing, and the light man's blind in one eye, and they can't see out of the other, and the piano tuner's got a hearing aid, and he showed up with his mother, and the piano has been drinking. The piano has been drinking, as the bouncer is a sumo wrestler, cream puff Casper milk toast, and the owner is a mental midget with a IQ of a fence post, 'cause the piano has been drinking. The piano has been drinking, and you can't find your waitress with a Geiger counter, and she hates you and your friends, and you just can't get served without her, and the box office is drooling, and the bar stools are on fire, and the newspapers were fooling, and the ashtrays have retired, 'cause the piano has been drinking. The piano has been drinking. The piano has been drinking. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me.
All you geese of beer,
That there be Hailstorm with drink. Or some people know it. We are here to drink your beer. I wanted to hold that one right to the very end. 'Cause I wanted to end on a high note. A drinking high note. The whole. It's a play on words or pun as it shall be. You can have your fun with it or not. You can. I was gonna say you can eat your cake and drink it too. Whatever it be. But we be cutting the commercial back momentarily with the Pile of 40. And don't be forgetting you can still call in 323-HEAVO. 323-432-8346. Call or text, and we'll see what we can do for thee.
Mystery of the Masked Intruder.
Sounds like a case for us, Scooby.
Meet Fright Light Scooby-Doo. Grab him and he talks.
Who's caught me? Cover my eyes.
Zoink! What's that?
Turn on my flashlight. Yikes! A ghost!
He always gets his ghost.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Fright Light Scooby-Doo talks, shakes, shivers, and gets Scooby scared.
Squatch Den.
Hey, Reggie, the store's empty. Reggie, they look closed.
No, they ain't closed. They're like, hey man, they are closed.
Oh, right. I was running a new Hound Dog shirt.
And I wanted the new album by Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, what are we gonna do?
Hey guys, we're down here.
Hey, did you know that your shop is closed?
Yeah, you closed up shop and everything.
Yeah, moved again. We've grown so fast that we needed a bigger place, so we moved just down the hall, and now we're right by the entrance to JCPenney's. This move allows us to have everything we had before and more. Like, we're gonna get the dollar section back, more live shows, as well as listening parties. T-shirts, CDs, DVDs, even 8-tracks.
Really?
Yep.
Sweet!
And don't forget to check us out on the Squatch Den Records on Facebook and Instagram. And we have our own online radio station. Be sure to check us out at squatchden.com.
Oh, wow, man. Check it out, man. Is that a vinyl store?
Oh, man.
Squatch Den. With all the consternation and all the confabulations and all the insanities, it's nice to kick back with the final 40, and that's where we be. The final 40 minutes of the show, and here we be, given the opportunity to ye to be able to requisition ye a song ye to be played ye on the podcast here, Pottercast ye. Ye be understanding. So let's be going right to the phone lines.
I need to hear clink, clink, another drink.
Another drink. Plenty in the cellar when it's gone. Drink, drink, the glasses clink, making tinkly music till the dawn is breaking. Clang, clang, who cares a dang? What's the difference when you're on a spree? Over the teeth behind the gums, look out stomach, here she comes. I have another drink on me. Gurgle, 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 gurgle. Gurgle, 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 gurgle. Trickle, 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 trickle. Slice of cheese and bite of pickle. Doesn't even cost a nickel now to wash it down. Whoa!
Clink, clink, no more to drink.
I had a cellar full, but now it's gone. Drink, drink, the glasses clink. Like the anvil chorus, and my head is splitting. A breaky, a busty. Oh, brother. Oh, ow. What do I do now? Pink elephants are running after me. Though that stuff was smooth as silk, from now on I'll stick to milk. Nothing else to drink for me.
Decided that we'd go fishing one time, so we drove to the lake with my brand new bass boat. I brought the fishing poles, the pork and beans, the saltine crackers, and the canned sardines, and Harold brought all the booze one man could tote. While I loaded the boat and filled the tank and tried to get that motor to crank, Harold just sat there sipping on a long neck beer. While I was steering the boat and tying the plugs, he was drinking moonshine straight from the jug, and he was singing Melancholy Baby when we left the pier. Whoa, never go fishing with a man who has been drinking, 'cause things just might not work out like you wish. Just leave that fool at home to drink, he'd be just as happy fishing in the kitchen sink. Don't go near the water with a man too drunk to fish. Well, I was concentrating, perfecting my cast, hoping to land a trophy bass, and Harold was having trouble trying to find the lake. And laying there beside him at his feet was an anchor line, coiled up real neat. Harold saw it, white as a ghost, and hollered, "Snake!" Well, he jumped straight up and began to yell. I said, "Sit down, Harold, and behave yourself. Can't you see that ain't nothing but a piece of rope?" But he was scared to death, plumb out of his mind, trying not to get bit by that anchor line, and he grabbed my shotgun, blew a hole in the bottom of the boat. Harold! Never go fishing with a man who has been drinking, 'cause things just might not work out like you wish. Just leave that fool at home to drink, he'd be just as happy fishing in the kitchen sink. Don't go near the water with a man too drunk to fish. Now, too drunk to fish is too drunk to swim, so I was dog paddling and dragging him, and finally made it to a little sandbar just big enough for two. And it was way after dark when that helicopter came with that big searchlight calling our names, and Harold looked up the sky and said, "Lord, is that you?" And then he knelt there in that heavenly glow and said, "Lord, you know I ain't ready to go, so if you pass me by tonight, oh, I will reform." And then they threw down the raft and I paddled us home, and he never touched a drop from that moment on. You know the Lord works in mysterious ways, his miracles to perform. Never go fishing with a man who has been drinking, 'cause things just might not work out like you wish. Just leave that fool at home to drink, he'd be just as happy fishing in the kitchen sink. Don't go near the water with a man too drunk to fish. Don't go near the water with a man too drunk to fish.
That there be Ray Stevens with Too Drunk to Fish. Now let us go right back to the phone lines and see what shall be seen out to sea.
Hey there, Captain. I'm in the mood to hear some Michael Jr., the job interview. Thanks.
You ever be on a job interview and partway through you realize, I don't want to work here? Yo, at that point, don't bail on the interview. You should have fun. Flip the whole interview. They say something like, so tell me a little bit about yourself. You're like, you know what? You go first. Let me ask you a question. Where do you see me in 5 years? Because they always ask those weird questions. They ask questions like, they'll say, so tell me about a time you had a disagreement with a coworker, and then tell me how you worked it out. Like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So I had a colleague who actually took credit for some work I did. Like, they didn't do anything on the project. I fully did it, and they took all the credit. So what I did, right, I walked over to their cubicle, right? And then fast forward, here I am, you know? Yeah. I think we're 100 feet away from my last employer. We're good.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.
Not for very much longer.
I've got to keep control.
I remember doing the time war, drinking those moments when the blackness would hit me and the void would be calling. Let's do the time war again. Let's do the time war again.
It's just a jump to the left. With your hands on your hips.
It's so dreamy. Oh, fantasy, free me. So you can't see me. No, not at all. In another dimension. With voyeuristic intention. Well secluded. I see all.
With a bit of a mind flip.
You're into the time slip.
And nothing can ever be the same.
You're spaced out on sensation.
Like you're under sedation. Let's do the time war again. Let's do the time war again.
Well, I was walking down the street just a having a thing when a snake of a guy gave me an evil wing. He shook me up, he took me by surprise. He had a pickup truck and the devil's eyes. He stared at me and all fell a change. Time and nothing never would again.
Let's do the time war again. Let's do the time war again.
It's just a jump to the left. With your hands on your hips.
That there Rocky Horror Picture Show, The Time Warp. I'll jump right back to the phone lines. It's just a step. Wait, the phone's over here to the left, but I had to push the button over here on the right. Hi, I think I got it all figured out now. Here we go. To the phone lines.
Captain, good to hear from you again. I'd like to request a song. I'd like to request a song. I'd like to hear Happy Boy. Yes, thank you.
Smiley, Captain Hackett.
I was walking down the street on a sunny day. Hubba, 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 hubba. A feeling in my bones says I have my way. Hubba, 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 hubba. Oh, I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. Yeah, my little dog Spot got hit by a car. Hubba, 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 hubba. Put his guts in a box and put him in a drawer. Hubba, 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 hubba. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. Forgot all about it for a month and a half. Hubba, 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 hubba. I looked in the drawer and started to laugh. Hubba, 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 hubba. Cause I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey.
Truck. I picked up my girl cause I wanted to show her my gloves cause she had on her mitts, and I blushed brightly when she showed me her perfume that she buys whenever Avon calls. So I took off my pants and I showed her my polka dot undies. My polka dot undies. My polka dot undies from Miracle Mart. I said, look, be careful. I think I'm gonna turn a sharp corner and go up on the grass. She leaned out the window and I thought I saw her pointing to something that flashed by real quick. She said, hey, look at that. It looks just like your polka dot undies. Polka dot undies. My polka dot undies that I wear back to front. She smiled and she said, have you seen my brother's new car, or the one that he stole? Then she asked me to look up her whole damn family, and I went into shock when I found out it was her sister who really liked polka dot undies. Polka dot undies. She was firm, she'd swallow almost anything, except for stories that her brother didn't like birds, but hung around leather bars and liked to eat fish and chips. And he still sucked his thumb. I said, I don't mind, and she kissed me on my polka dot undies. My polka dot undies. Softly, and I said, I'll tell you what, let's roll up the windows and I'll eat your last bar of chocolate, the one that's in the parcel. She said, no, 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 and she called me a taxi, and I said, I beg your pardon for getting home real fast before I lose my polka dot undies. Polka dot undies. The moral of the story, like a jewel, it is is gleaming, but you'll never find it in a glass of warm milk or tea, 'cause it will not fit. And you probably already think I am full of fake innuendos and double-meaning rhymes, but I'll tell you that obscenity is all in your polka dot undies. Your polka dot undies. Yeah, your edible undies. Your polka dot undies. Yeah.
Bowser and Bloodar with polka dot undies. Aye, it's all in your polka dot undies when you misinterpret what we are saying. We'll be cutting a commercial momentarily because we're getting closer and closer and closer to the witching hour. But we don't want to have that happen now, do we? Well, actually we do, because, well, oh, do we? I just thought about what the witching hour truly be. No, nobody be wanting that. No sane person be wanting that. And I know a couple of you out there be saying, I want it. I just got done saying, no sane person be wanting that.
Slinky toys are fun toys. What walks downstairs alone or in pairs and makes a slinkety sound? A spring, a marvelous thing. Everyone knows it's Slinky. It gives a big lift when wrapped as a gift. A very likable toy. It's falling in place, brings smiles to your face. Something kids can enjoy. It's Slinky, it's Slinky. For fun, it's a wonderful toy. It's Slinky, it's Slinky. It's fun for a girl and a boy. And Slinky mobiles with big slinky wheels and pistons that move as you go. It makes a great sound when you pull it around. The driver's an old-timey fellow. A slinky dog, a slinky train, many more wonderful toys. You tug the string, they do their thing. They're great for girls and boys. They're Slinkies, really wonderful toys. They're Slinkies, they're fun for girls and boys. Slinky, Slinky Dog, Slinky Mobile, all Slinky toys sold separately by James Industries.
Look, Sidekick, a shop just for heroes.
No, it's a comic book shop and it's for everyone.
Not possible. See, it's even right in the name, Heroes. So that means you'll need to stay out here whilst I go shopping.
It's Heroes, your mom threw out comic shop, and it's for everyone, including sidekicks.
Hey guys, you know, the little guy is right. It's all about the love of comics, and not whether you can fly or not. But, by the way, I do love the cape.
Gee, thanks.
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momtherout.com.
Oh, look! They have Archie comics!
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
Hi, we find ourselves screaming right towards the abyss. The witching hour, I should be saying. But we find ourselves screaming right towards it. We need to go right back to the phone lines, for there may only be the salvation that we need to keep our temperaments from... I don't know. Let's go right to the phone lines and see what there shall be seen are. Oh, dear.
Captain, this request is dedicated to those who need to be medicated. I would like to hear Torsian Shuffle.
This is a song about mental health, and it's dedicated to those who need to be medicated. Johnny was a kid who grew up in the city. His mother was a drunk. His dad had lots of money. And when he was 18, he took a baseball bat and smashed out all the windows of his dad's Cadillac. They said that he was mental and locked him up for observations, like they usually do in cases like this, and took away his bat and gave him heavy medications. We're talking major tranquilizers at 6 and 8 and 10. You know he used to be a slugger, but he'll never swing again, 'cause he's doing the shuffle, the Thorazine shuffle. He's doing the shuffle, the Thorazine shuffle. Well, now he met a girl in there by the name of Frankie Lane. She had a thought disorder and she lived in constant pain. 'Cause when she tried to speak, nothing came out right. But she could really do the shuffle, so they did it every night. They shuffled in the kitchen, they shuffled in the hall, they shuffled to the telephone, they shuffled through the call, they shuffled by the nurse's desk and in the patient lounge. They shuffled in the quiet room when no one was around, and they were doing the shuffle, the Thorazine shuffle. They were doing the shuffle, whoa, the Thorazine shuffle. Well, now they're great big brown pills, and they look like M&Ms. They won't melt in your mouth, and they won't melt in your hands. They melt down in your stomach, and they end up on your mind. Is everybody ready? Oh, it's medication time. Well, now you take your right arm and you shake it all around, and then you open up your mouth and you drool on the ground, and then you try to speak, but you just mumble a lot. So you hold on to your head, 'cause it's the only one you got. And then you do the shuffle, yeah, 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 the Thorazine shuffle. Whoa, you do the shuffle, hey, the Thorazine shuffle. Yeah, yeah. Well, isn't it a pity? Oh, isn't it too bad? It's back to reality for Johnny. It's back to mom and dad. Yeah, Johnny's on the street now, so if you see him, tell him hi. Hey, sport, how you doing? But I wouldn't be too surprised if Johnny don't reply. You see, he's got his sunglasses on, and he's doing the shuffle. Whoa, the Thorazine shuffle. Yeah, he's doing the shuffle. Whoa, the Thorazine shuffle. Come on now, come on now.
Life sure is boring down here on earth. It's all full of work and no thanks. The rich folks get richer and the poor still are poor, and the middle class works for the banks. So beam me up, Scotty, oh beam me up, Scotty. Life's full of troubles below. Beam me up, Scotty, oh beam me up, Scotty. I'd like to get up and go. My wife left me Thursday and took my new car. She left me the kids and the bills. Let's swing to a planet near some distant star. You could cure all of my ills. Beam me up, Scotty, oh beam me up, Scotty. Life's full of troubles below. Beam me up, Scotty, oh beam me up, Scotty. I'd like to get up and go. I realize the Enterprise can civilize the savage beast that beats within my heart and calm me down. Cocky spark the Captain Kirk, I'll do my work, oh please deport me, won't you teleport me up off the ground? Beam me up, Scotty, oh beam me up, Scotty. Life's full of trouble.
that there. Oh, because Terry McGovern with Beam Me Up, Scotty. Now I think we've had requested from the Book of E, or the Book of the Book of Haste, the Mail of E, somewhere it'd be $2. It'd be, what is it? Oh yes, it right here. Martin Mull's Drunkard's Waltz. At least some people actually pay attention to what we're trying to do here. The rest of them, you're all just a bunch of crazies. We love you for it, though.
Denying, making up excuses. Alcohol abuse is just one of my ruses. No use in lying, I'm there where the juice is. Alcohol abuse is okay by me. Here's to the bartender, here's to the bar. Here's to my friend who can't find his own car. Here's to the men's rooms and the taverns that stunk. Here's to my fun I have when I'm drunk. Here comes the waitress, I think I'll seduce her. Maybe just goose her, that'd be more like a juicer. I'll do it nice, and it might just amuse her. Oh, I'm a booze abuser, she can't blame me.
From the Badlands came the killer. He lived by the knife and the gun. He'd cut you just for standing, shoot you if you tried to run. He was big as a tree and he did as he pleased, and everything he did was bad. They said if he was to kill him, it'd only make him mad. From the good lands came the cowgirl. Patty was her name. She was hot on the trail of that killer on a moped she called Flame. 'Cause the killer had killed her daddy just for spitting in the road. You only had to kill her daddy once to get that gal PO'd. Yippee-yi-hey, cow Patty. Yippee-yi-hey, cow Patty. She rode into town to find the man that killed her daddy. Yippee-yi-hey, cow Patty. Killer hit town at daybreak, ate the door off the local saloon. He started to drink, you could tell he was thinking there'll be a showdown soon. Patty hit town in a cloud of dust, old Flame was buzzing like a saw. And the whole town got as quiet as a church when the killer stepped out for the draw. 40 shots rang out. 40 people fell. Patty and the killer missed each other, but they shot that town to hell. Yippee-yi-hey, cow Patty. Yippee-yi-hey, cow Patty. She rode into town to find the man that killed her daddy. Yippee-yi-hey, cow Patty. Killer took a step toward Patty, said, "It's time I gunned you down." But he slipped in something that was laying in the street and was shot before he hit the ground. Yes, the killer slipped, and it cost him his life. And Patty said as she roared out of town, "You gotta watch your step when you know the chips are down." Yippee-yi-hey, cow Patty. Yippee-yi-hey, cow Patty. She rode into town to find the man that killed her daddy. Yippee-yi-hey, cow Patty.
Flame!
There be Jim Stafford with Cow Patty. One of the sweetest little ladies you ever done meet. Now we have requested the Dead Alewives with Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Satan's game. Your children, like it or not, are attracted in their weaker years to the occult, and a game like D&D fuels their imagination and makes them feel special while drawing them deeper and deeper into the bowels of El Diablo. This afternoon, the Dead Alewives Watchtower invites you to sit in on an actual gaming session. Observe the previously unobservable as a hidden camera takes you to the inner sanctum of Dungeons and Dragons.
Gallstaff, you have entered the door to the north. You are now by yourself, standing in a dark room. The pungent stench of mildew emanates from the wet dungeon walls.
Where are the Cheetos?
They're right next to you.
I cast a spell. Where's the Mountain Dew?
In the fridge, duh!
I want to cast a spell. Can I have a Mountain Dew?
Yes, you can have a Mountain Dew, just go get it.
I can cast any of these, right? On the list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room?
I want to cast Magic Missile. The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet.
I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Fine. You attack the darkness. There's an elf in front of you.
Whoa!
That's me, right?
He's wearing a brown tunic, and he has gray hair and blue eyes.
No, I don't. I have gray eyes.
Let me see that sheet.
Well, it says I have blue, but I decided I wanted gray eyes.
Whatever. Okay, you guys can talk to each other now if you want.
Hello.
Hello.
I am Gallstaff, Sorcerer of Light.
Then how come you had to cast Magic Missile?
you guys are being attacked.
Do I see that happening?
No, you're outside by the tavern.
Cool, I get drunk.
There are 7 ogres surrounding you.
How could they surround us? I had Mordenkainen's magical watchdog cast.
No, you didn't.
I'm getting drunk. Are there any girls there?
I totally did. You asked me if I wanted any equipment before this adventure, and I said no. But I need material components for all my spells, so I cast Mordenkainen's faithful watchdog.
But you never actually cast it.
Roll the dice to see if I'm getting drunk.
Yeah, you are.
Are there any girls there?
Yeah.
I did, though. I completely said when you asked me.
No, you didn't. You didn't actually say that you were casting the spell, so now there's ogres, okay?
Ogres? Man, I got an ogre slaying knife. It's got a +9 against ogres.
You're not there. You're getting drunk.
Okay, but if there's any girls there, I want to do them.
There you have it. A frightening look into America's most frightening pastime. Remember that it's not your children's fault that they're being drawn into a satanic world of nightmare. It's their gym teacher's fault for making them feel outcast when they couldn't do one single pull-up.
It was April the 41st. Being a quadruple leap year, I was driving in downtown Atlantis. My Barracuda was in the shop, so I was in a rented Stingray, and it was overheating. So I pulled into a Shell station. They said I'd blown a seal. I said, fix the damn thing and leave my private life out of it, okay, pal? While they were doing that, I walked over to a place called the Oyster Bar, a real dive. But I knew the owner. He used to play for the Dolphins. I said, hi, Gil! You have to yell, he's hard of hearing. Gil was also down on his luck. Fact is, he was barely keeping his head below water. I bellied up to the sandbar. He poured me the usual. Rusty snail, hold the grunion, shaken, not stirred, with a peanut butter and jellyfish sandwich on the side. heavy on the Mako. I slipped him a fin. On porpoise. I was feeling good. I even dropped a sand dollar in the box for Jerry's squids. For the halibut. Well, the place was crowded. We were packed in like sardines. They were all there to listen to the big band sounds of Tommy Dorsal. What soul! Tommy was rocking the place with a very popular tuna, Salmon Enchanted Evening, and the stage was surrounded by screaming groupers, probably there to see the bass player. One of them was this cute little yellowtail, and she's giving me the eye. So I figured this is my chance for a little fun. You know, piece of Pisces. But she said things I just couldn't fathom. She was too deep, seemed to be under a lot of pressure. Boy, could she drink. She drank a lot. I said, "What's your sign?" She said, "Aquarium." I said, "Great, let's get tanked." I invited her up to my place for a little midnight bait. I said, "Come on, baby, only take a few minnows." She threw me that same old line. "Not tonight, I got a haddock." And she wasn't kidding either, because in came the biggest, meanest looking haddock I'd ever seen come down the pike. He was covered with muscles. He came over to me and said, "Listen, shrimp, don't you come trolling around here." What a crab. This guy was steamed. I could see the anchor in his eyes. I turned to him, I said, "Baloney. You're just being shellfish." Well, I knew there was going to be trouble, and so did Gil, because he was already on the phone to the cods. The haddock hits me with a sucker punch. I catch him with a left hook. He eels over. It was a fluke, but there he was, lying on the deck, flat as a mackerel. Kelpless. I said, "Forget the cods, Gil. This guy's going to need a sturgeon." Well, the yellowtail was impressed with the way I landed her boyfriend. She came over to me, she said, "Hey, big boy, you're really a game fish. What's your name?" I said, "Marlin." Well, from then on, we had a whale of a time. I took her to dinner. I took her to dance. I bought her a bouquet of flounders. And then I went home with her. And what did I get for my trouble? A case of the clams. Think I had a wet dream.
There. That there's a true classic. There's a little bit of drinking in there too, so I guess the whole thing will leave you a little wet. That's Wet Dream in the Gulf Stream, Kip Adada. Now, while that was playing, she snuck into the studios and sitting here very, very... patiently. So, without further ado, we welcome the babushka.
You know what? You got great stuff here, but you're missing this song. The ultimate song. The ultimate drinking song. I mean, the party don't get started until this song comes out, but this song comes out and whoo, you got yourself a good hoedown. So anyways, I sings now. bum. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na, 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 bum, 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 bum. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na, 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 bum, 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 bum. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na, 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 bum, 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 bum. Hey!
Well, I do believe we've been tortured well enough. I also be wondering if she understands it's not banana. It's a chicken dance. It's balking, not bananas. Good night.
So just chill till the next episode.